We're going through David Carr's top 5 quarterbacks all time, guys that are no longer on the field. Feel like you had a really hard time putting this list
I
together.
did. I was aching over this one because I'm going to get some heat. I
All
just
right.
feel heat coming.
Cool. So everybody, you can feel free to give him heat over this list. We'll start with number 5, and you have Steve Young, who led the 49ers to 7 straight playoff appearances.
Right off the bat, I'm eliminating Joe Montana from my top 5. So San Francisco fans, feel free to bring the anger. But 7 straight playoff seasons, 7 straight Pro Bowls, 2 MVP seasons. The guy was a stud. I mean, there's a reason they let Joe Montana go to the Chiefs. It was to make room for this guy. And he took the West Coast offense, I think, to another level.
He did.
You know, and being able to move the pocket. You know, Joe Montana wasn't really his strength. One of the most accurate passers in the history of the game. I remember watching this Chargers Super Bowl game, and the guy, I don't know if he missed. So, tremendous football player, tremendous competitor.
All right, so no Joe Montana on this list. Spoiler alert, everybody. Troy Aikman, though, does make the list at number 4.
So you can guess who my favorite team was growing up, but Troy Aikman makes the list. Very competitive, great leader. The 3 Super Bowls are kind of the reason that he's on here. And just a super accurate guy. Me and Elliot Harris were talking about this the other day. His intermediate passing game, the ability to throw the football to the sideline and the comeback routes, the skinny post to Michael Irvin, it's a lost art now. In the day of the short intermediate passing game, he was able to stretch the field, and along with Steve Young, probably the most accurate guy to play the game.
It's amazing when you look at his record when he started there. He started his career 0-11 as the Cowboys starting quarterback, then went on to win 3 rings.
Started out rough, but got a lot of help.
He did. Number 3, Dan Marino, and he never won the ring, and it kills me.
Look, Dan Marino's awesome. He's just a tremendous quarterback. He was so fun to watch. As a quarterback myself, I think the best arm talent that there ever was. I mean, you can talk about some other guys, but Marino, he was playing in an era where they could just maul the receivers down the field. I mean, you got DBs hanging all over these guys, and just his arm strength with his accuracy, his leadership. And I've gotten a chance to meet Dan and talk to him, and that's probably the reason he's on this list. He's just a tremendous competitor.
It's all right, it's your list. It's okay.
Thank you.
Number 2, Brett Favre, 2nd all-time in wins.
Just because of how much fun he had playing the game. I mean, tremendous competitor, great leader, can throw the ball through a brick wall. And some of the throws he made, you just have to have respect for some of the throws that he tried to make and pulled off. So he's definitely on there. A lot of records, but just watching the guy compete, move around the pocket, buy time, you were never out of a game when Brett Favre was on the field.
No, and the Packers had 2 playoff appearances in 24 years before Favre, then 11 in 15 years.
It's amazing.
That just shows you what a difference he made.
Amazing what a good quarterback can do for your team and your franchise.
Number 1, John Elway.
The guy has it all. I mean, the guy did literally everything. He could move like Steve Young, his accuracy, his leadership, decision-making, obviously with the 2 Super Bowls, but a great baseball player too. I mean, just if you're gonna handpick what a quarterback in the NFL should look like as far as his skill set, he has everything. He literally had the whole package. So, you know, maybe 2 Super Bowls wasn't even enough for the
and
type
he
of
didn't
player
win
that
his
this guy
first
was.
until his 15th season.
Right, and just a tribute to his longevity and being able to stay healthy and the kind of athlete that this guy was. Just a tremendous player.
Yeah, drafted by the Yankees, as you said. Baseball player too. He did it all.
Right, absolutely. So.
All right, well,
Great
let's recap this list here. We'll check it out, everybody. And you got Steve Young, Troy Aikman.
I mean, who do you take off, you know, to make room for Joe Montana?
But you're backpedaling on your list?
No, but I'm just looking at it. I'm still beat up about it. But feel free to hit me up if you guys have any issues. We can definitely chat it out.
Brett Favre 2 and John Elway number 1.